welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is about cozy mystery and romance books, and today I'm continuing my Spotlighting Cozy series. We've been talking about animal cozies. We're on authors whose last names start with C and D. I've not read a lot of animal cozies, so man, oh man, is my TBR really growing. I'm having so much fun with this. Let me know which of these that you read. If you read a lot of animal cozies, give me some recommendations. Cheryl, who is a fabulous subscriber and who talks a lot on here, and I've talked a lot to her about cozies, loves animal cozies, and she recommended me some just yesterday that I'm super excited to bump up in my TBR, but let me know which ones are your favorites, especially if you read a lot of animal cozies. Remember on your way down to stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week. Let's look at them. The animal cozy authors starting with letters C and D in 3, 2, 1, go. So the first series is called the Fat Cat Mystery Series. It's by Janet Cantrell. The first book is called Fat Cat at Large. It's right here. It says the main character is Charity, who goes by Chase, and her cat Quincy. And Charity is a baker in Minneapolis. Okay, cool. It says, when she's not dreaming up irresistible dessert bars from Minneapolis Treatery Bar None, such a cute name, Charity, Chase, Oliver, is running after her cat Quincy, a tubby tabby with a gift for sniffing out edibles. But what happens when this cat burglar leads Chase to the scene of a real crime? The jig is up for Chase's adorable plus-size cat, Quincy. His new vet says, diet. Oh, Quincy, I feel your pain. Oh, that means no more cherry cheesecake bars. Now I really feel your pain. From now on, he gets low-calorie kibble only. But one taste of the stuff is all it takes to drive him in search of better things. Oh my gosh, I'm so relating to this cat right now. I have no idea. Quincy's escape is the last thing Chase needs after the nasty run-in she has with underhanded business rival Gabe Notley. Chase tracks Quincy down in a neighbor's kitchen where he's devouring a meatloaf, unaware of the much more serious crime he stumbled upon. Gabe's corpse lying on the kitchen floor. And when Chase is discovered at the murder scene, she becomes suspect number 1. Yeah. It says that there are 3 books in this series and that it includes recipes for people and cats. Oh my gosh, that sounds absolutely hilarious. I'm going to put that one on my TBR. That was really cute. So the next one is the Bookmobile Cat Mystery Series. It's by Lori Cass. The first book is called Lending a Paw. It's right here. It says the main character is Minnie Hamilton. She is a Bookmobile librarian, and Eddie, her rescue cat from Michigan. And oh my gosh, this already sounds so cute because I love books about librarians and books, and this is like a mixture of both, and I'm feeling it already. So in book 1 says, with the help of her rescue cat, Eddie, librarian Minnie Hamilton is driving a bookmobile based in the resort town of Chilson, Michigan. But she'd better keep both hands on the wheel because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Eddie followed Minnie home one day, and now she can't seem to shake the furry little shadow. But in spite of her efforts to contain her new pal, the tabby sneaks out and trails her all the way to the bookmobile on its maiden voyage. Before she knows it, her slinky stowaway becomes her cat co-pilot. Minnie and Eddie's first day visiting readers around the county seems to pass without trouble, until Eddie darts outside at the last stop and leads her to the body of a local man who's reached his final chapter. Initially, Minnie is ready to let the police handle this case, but Eddie seems to smell a rat. Together, they'll work to find the killer because a good librarian always knows when justice is overdue. 8 books in that series. That also, I already said it even before I started reading it. I was going to add it to my TBR, and it didn't fail to make me want to do just that. A bookmobile, also featuring a little kitty cat. I'm in. Let me know if you've read it and what you think. So the next series is called the Dog Lover Mystery Series. It's by Susan Connett. The first book is called A New Leash on Death. It's right here. The main character is Holly Winter. It says she is a writer for Dog's Life magazine in Cambridge. It says, mourning the recent death of her angelic golden retriever, Dog's Life columnist Holly Winter goes to a class at the Cambridge Dog Training Club only to help out, little suspecting that her help will consist of solving a murder. Yeah, you never think that's going to happen. And little does she expect that in offering temporary shelter to a victim's Alaskan Malamute, she'll end up with a dog she'll do anything to keep forever, the bold and boisterous Rowdy. Why didn't the elderly Dr. Frank Stanton return to release Rowdy from a long down? Because Dr. Stanton was the longest down of all, strangled with Rowdy's leash. Even though Holly isn't ready for a new dog, Rowdy is too hard to resist. But how can Holly make him her own? Only by discovering who killed Dr. Stanton and risk her life in the process. 20 books in that series. That sounds so good too. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, my first spotlight already added a ton, and I'm like two for two or 3 for 3 already in this spotlight. Oh my gosh. So Susan Connett has a dog lover series, which had 20 books in it. She also has a cat lover series. Now there's only one book in it. She did the dog lover mystery series. She has to do a cat lover mystery series too, of course. So the main character is Felicity Pride. The first book is called Scratch the Surface. It's right here. It said the first book, the only book. Again, there's only one in the series. It says the author of the popular series of cat mysteries, Felicity Pride, turns sleuth when she finds a cat and a corpse on her doorstep. There you go. Only one book in this series, so short read. But the dog lover mystery series by her sounds fabulous, and there's 20 of those, so that will keep me busy for a very long time. So the next series is called the Cat Cafe Mystery Series. It's by Kate Conte. The first book is called Cat About Town. It's right here. It says the main character is Maddie James. She is a cat cafe owner. This series takes place in Daybreak Island, Massachusetts. I don't know what I think of a cat cafe. It sounds fabulous, but I don't know what I would actually think of attending a cat cafe. But reading it, I'm probably in. So it says, Maddie James has arrived in Daybreak Island, just off the coast of Massachusetts, eager to settle down and start her own business, and maybe even fall in love. When a stray orange tabby pounces into her life, she's inspired to open a cat cafe. But little does Maddie know that she's in for something a lot more catastrophic. Catastrophic. When her new furry companion finds the dead body of the town bully. Now all eyes are on Maddie. Who is this crazy cat whisperer lady who comes to town? If pet hair maintenance and crime fighting weren't keeping her busy enough, Maddie now has not one, but 2 eligible bachelors who think she's the cat's pajamas and will do anything to win her heart. But how can she even think about happily ever after while a killer remains on the loose? 5 books in that series. That sounds really, really cute. I think we're 4 for 4. Okay. Do I know? I don't remember how many I've been through. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm 5 for 5. Because everyone so far has been on my TBR, going on my TBR. So the next one is also called the Dog Lovers Mystery Series, but it's by Melissa Cleary. The first book is called A Tale of Two Murders. It's right here. The main character is Jackie Walsh. She is a professor of film studies, and Jake, her dog, says the discovery of a gunshot wounded shepherd in her backyard leads to a mystery for dog-loving sleuth Jackie Walsh, and she is soon on the trail of a murderer. 11 books in that series. I mean, I'll probably check it out. The series sounds like it would be good, but I don't know if I want to read, even if it's just not even on the page but mentioned, but that somebody shot a dog. Oh, that's so sad. But the series sounds really good. I'll probably look into it because, again, as we all know, they're not mostly on the page. But I hope when the killer's found, they bring her to justice. All right. The next one is the Barking Detective Mystery Series. That's a great name. It's by Waverly Curtis. The first book is called Dial C for Chihuahua. It's right here. It says the main character is Jerry Sullivan. They are an investigator, and Pepe Sullivan, Chihuahua extraordinaire. This series takes place in Seattle. It says Pepe may have soft white fur, big brown eyes, and a macho attitude, as all Chihuahuas do. But he's no furry fashion fad. Pepe can talk, even if his new owner, Jerry Sullivan, seems to be the only person who can understand him. Oh my gosh. When Jerry takes her first assignment for a quirky private investigator named Jimmy G and stumbles over a Seattle millionaire's corpse, Pepe proves to be his worth in weight and liver treats. Suspicion falls on the not-so-grieving widow who wants to finance a reality TV show, Dancing with Dogs. Oh my gosh, y'all, this sounds hilarious. Normally, Pepe wouldn't be caught in a sparkly costume. However, he has to sniff out the killer and keep Jerry safe. 5 books in that series. So it sounds hysterical. Honestly, it sounds really cute. And the reality show Dancing with the Dogs, I just don't know if I can get behind the talking dog. So if you've read it, let me know if it's like, if they really talk, because Cheryl informed me about what was the series? Mrs. Murphy series. The cats don't actually talk. In the synopsis, it said that they did. It's more like she can kind of like hear their thoughts. I think I could get a little more on board than that, than like trying to picture this like, talking cat or Chihuahua in this case. So let me know if you've read this series and if that's what's really going on. It sounds hysterical. So catch me up on what's going on with that one. So the next series is called the Gail Mccarthy series. It is by Laura Crum. The first book is called Cutter. It's right here. It says the main character is Gail McCarthy, and she is a veterinarian. This takes place in California. It says Western Horse Theme Mystery Series featuring an equine veterinarian. When veterinarian Gail McCarthy finds a horse trainer dead at the bottom of a gully, she finds no shortage of suspects among the hostile girlfriends, angry horse owners, and legendary rivals he left behind. 12 books in that series. It's going on my TBR. I think I am really interested in reading animal cozies that involve like veterinarians or pet store owners or something like that. So that's one that I'm really looking forward to, and I love horses. So the next series is called the Dixie Hemingway Mystery Series. It's by Blaise Clement. The first book is called Curiosity Killed the Cat Sitter. It's right here. It says the main character is Dixie Hemingway. They are a professional pet sitter and an ex-sheriff's deputy in Florida. Until 3 years ago, Dixie Hemingway was a deputy with the Sarasota County Sheriff's Police Department in Southwest Florida. Oh my gosh, I live like 15 minutes away from Sarasota. So this is like so up my alley because I'm hoping to see like known landmarks. Like seriously, I live that close. This is so awesome. It says, then came a tragic accident. Now Dixie is a pet sitter on Siesta Key, a lush, exotic barrier island where the people tend to be rich, suntanned, and tolerant of one another's quirks. True. As Dixie tried to get her life back in order, pet sitting is the perfect job. She goes into people's homes while they're gone and takes care of their pets. She likes the animals. Nice. And they like her. And she doesn't have to deal with people very much. Yes, smart Dixie. I'm loving this. She's especially does not have to be afraid that she'll run into a situation that will cause her to lose her hard-won composure. But when Dixie finds a man bizarrely drowned in a cat's water bowl, she is drawn into a tangled web of danger and secrets. Unbeknownst to Lieutenant Guidry, the homicide detective handling the murder, Dixie begins her own investigation into the whereabouts of the cat's owner, who has now vanished. It says that there are 11 books in this series. I am so checking this one out. Like I said, it's local to me, but also the pet sitting too also fascinates me. And I just think all of it sounded fun. And drowned in a cat's water bowl, I don't think was an accident. I'm just guessing. I'm just, taking a little stab in the dark. I'm not very good at figuring it out, so maybe I'm wrong. Oh, gosh. All right, guys, so I think that's the last C. We're moving into the D's now. I hope I don't have anything out of order. The first one is the Bob White Murder Mystery Series by Jan Dunlap. The first book is called, I love this title, it's called The Boreal Murder. It's right here. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm thinking it is because Borealis. It would make sense to me, but maybe I'm completely saying it wrong. But I'm going to call it The Boreal Murder because that is such a great title. Birding, the gentle pastime of watching birds, can at times become a competitive sport. Even at its worst, though, when birders don't give out information of their sightings and try to sidetrack other birders, it seldomly rises to the level of serious harm. Usually, but when Bob White, mannered school counselor and dedicated weekend birder, finds a body on a birding trip, the idea that there's an exception to every rule gets hammered home. It says that there are 7 books in this series. I'm probably going to check it out. I don't know if I can really be interested in an animal bird cozy, but I'm going to give it a shot because I don't know. I may love it. You never know. Let me know if you've read it. So the next series is called the Sunny and Shadow Mystery Series. It's by Claire Donnelly. The first book is called The Big Kitty. It's right here. It says the main character is Sunny Coolidge, who is a newspaper reporter, and Shadow, who is Sunny's newly adopted stray tomcat. This series takes place in Maine. Sunny Coolidge left her New York City newspaper job to go back to Maine and take care of her ailing father. But there's not much excitement or interesting work in Kittery Harbor. So when Ada Spruance, the town's elderly cat lady, asks for help finding her supposedly winning lottery ticket, Sunny agrees. But when she arrives at Ada's with a stray tomcat named Shadow tagging along, they discover the poor woman's dead at the bottom of her stairs. Was it an accident, or did Ada's death have to do with that missing lottery ticket, which turns out to be worth $6 million? Oh, there's foul play. Again, I'm just going out on a limb. I'm usually not good at figuring this stuff out, but I'm going to say there's foul play going on involved. It says, Town Constable Will Price suspects the worst. Good, Will. And Sunny's reporter instincts soon drive her to do some investigating of her own. It says that there are 5 books in this series. That one alone sounds really good. So the whole thing sounds good, but that book sounded like something that would be really intriguing to me. So the next book is called The Midnight Louie and Temple Bar series. It's by Carol Nelson Douglas. The first book is called Cat in an Alphabet Soup. It's right here. It says, when Temple Bar, 5'0", a feisty redhead, goes in hot pursuit of a stray black cat streaking through a publishing convention exhibit hall, she stumbles over a big-time New York City editor lying dead. While Temple and Midnight Louie are on the case, the famous publishing mascots, a pair of Scottish fold library cats, Baker and Taylor, are kidnapped for ransom. The pair must sniff out a murder before murder by the book describes their fates. Oh my gosh. There are 28 books in this series. There's a lot going on there. There's murder, there's publishing stuff, a kidnapping of 2 cats, catnapping. There's catnapping going on in this book. 28 books. I'm so looking into that one. The next series is the Zoe Donovan Mystery Series. It is by Kathy Daly. The first book is called Halloween Hijinks. It's right here. It says the main character is Zoe Donovan. She is an animal rehab and location officer. Also features her dog, Charlie. Zoe Donovan is a cozy mystery series with endearing friendships, memorable characters, an enchanting setting, and a generous dollop of romance. Halloween Hijinks, amid a backdrop of zombies on the run and Halloween festivities. Oh my gosh. I'm loving this. Animal control officer Zoe Donovan is faced with losing something she loves in order to save someone she loves when she finds a dead body in the basement of a haunted house just 2 days before Halloween. With the help of her best friends, Levi and Ellie, and her dog Charlie, she delves into a mystery as complex and multi-layered as the feelings she develops for her ex-nemesis, Zach Zimmerman. Halloween Hijinks is the perfect recipe, combining holiday fun, yes, with a touch of humor and a pinch of romance and a dollop of murder. I'm in. Oh my gosh. I said this in like what I love to have in cozy mysteries. I love when cozy mysteries involve holidays that have like holiday town festivities. It is so my thing. It says there are 32 books in this series. They probably aren't all necessarily, holiday related with like town festivities, but I'm looking into this one. It just, it's right up my alley. The next book is the next series is the Paws and Claws mystery series by Krista Davis. I love Krista Davis. She writes the Domestic Diva series, which is fabulous. I love it. So this one I'm really excited about. The first one is called Murder, She Barked. It's right here. I cannot tell you how much I giggle at the titles to these books and the covers. They are fabulous. They're some of my favorite things about Cozies. They're certainly the first thing that brought me to Cozies was the covers and the punny titles. I just am a sucker for them. The main character in this one is Holly Miller. It says she's the employee of a family-owned inn and the owner of pets. For owners and pets. Oh, the inn is an inn for owners and their pets. Got it. Her Jack Russell Terrier, Wagtail, in Virginia. The Sugar Maple Inn. Oh my God, I love that name. Very cozy. In Wagtail, Virginia. Oh, okay. So her dog's not. I am all over the place. Her dog's not named Wagtail. Her Russell Terrier. She lives in Wagtail, Virginia. Okay, got it. So let's back up. The Sugar Maple Inn in Wagtail, Virginia is the country's premier vacation hotspot for pet owners who can't bear to leave their furry friends behind. Oh. But this tourist town smells trouble when a killer goes on the prowl. Holly Miller's life has gone to the dogs. She has no job, her boyfriend's former flame is sniffing around, and a scruffy but lovable Jack Terrier is scattering crumbs all over her borrowed car. Just when she thought things couldn't get worse, a troubling phone call about her grandmother sends her rushing home to the family inn on Wagtail Mountain. The staff and a frisky calico kitten named Twinkletoes adopts Holly and her new dog on arrival. But someone in this friendly town is bad to the bone. One of the employees at the inn has been killed in a hit-and-run accident, which is looking like anything but accidental. Now, Holly and her furry companions will have to nose out the murderer before somebody else gets muzzled. It says that there are recipes for people and pets in this series. 6 books. I, again, love Krista Davis. That absolutely made me giggle. All of the play on words. I love it. Love it. It's one that's been on my TBR already. All right, guys, we have one more. It is the Mandy Bell series. It's by Abby Duell. The first book is called Farm Call Fatality. It's right here. It says that she is a veterinarian. In the first book of the Mandy Bell DVM series, Mandy is summoned to a small Midwestern town called Crestview. A colleague and classmate from vet school has passed away and left her veterinarian clinic and house to Mandy. While Mandy has always been a traveling vet in her motorhome, she finds herself drawn to the Midwestern hospitality that the town shows her and her sidekick border collie Lyle. Unfortunately, on one of her farm calls, she discovers a body that turns out to have been murdered. She's determined to solve the murder to clear the name of the quaint little town. She uses her own tuition and careful questioning of townspeople and clients to piece together the culprit at fault. Lyle is by her side through the whole book, including at the town's Halloween hoedown, yes, where she gets into trouble of her own. Read on to experience life as a small-town veterinarian with a knack for solving murders. I'm there. I'm not sure how many books are in that series, but that was our Spotlight Animal Cozies for author C&D. I am loving this Spotlight, y'all, because a lot of the other Spotlights I've done, I've had read a lot of the books in it. And this Animal Cozy, I haven't, and I am adding a ton of new books that I'm really excited about to my TBR. Until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.